The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee has released its recommendations on the sugar import fiasco. Let's get more details. Man Los Baños is reporting to us over the phone. Man, good afternoon. Can you tell us more about the committee report?
Hi, Rita. Good afternoon. A committee report has been released after 3 hearings on the supposed unauthorized sugar import order. At least 14 out of 17 members of the committee signed the report, while one senator dissented. In their report, the committee recommends the filing of charges before the Ombudsman. It explains that there is preliminary evidence that several officials have committed administrative offenses, including serious dishonesty, grave misconduct, gross neglect of duty, and insubordination. The officials mentioned are former DA Undersecretary Leocadio Sebastian, SRA Head Hermenegildo Serafica, SRA Board Members Roland Beltran, and Aurelio Valderrama Jr. The committee also recommends the filing of criminal cases against these officials, including violations of anti-graft and corrupt practices and anti-agricultural smuggling law. The report also suggests, Riza, that amending some executive orders in relation to the SRA, such as EO number 18, to provide for the expansion of the board to 8 members, with the Secretary of Agriculture continuing to act as the ex-officio chairman. The committee also wants the SRA to immediately prepare a sugar importation plan with appropriate safeguards to be reviewed by higher authorities. Riza Senate Minority Leader Senator Coco Pimentel says they will release a separate report which will be available by Monday.
Thank you for that report. That was Man Los Baños. Meanwhile, the Health Department said it would have wanted to retain the mandatory wearing of face masks as policy after the IATF recommended its optional use outdoors. According to DOH officer in charge, Maria Rosario Vergere, the recommendation was made in order to strike a balance between health and economy. Vergere said there were data presented that supported IATF's proposal. Both the IATF and the DOH will meet with President Marcos today to discuss this recommendation.
Ito pong pinayagan at inirekomenda ng IATF is only outdoors. At ang kompromiso po na naibigay ng Department of Health sa IATF ay gagawin lamang ito sa low-risk areas at saka sa low-risk individuals. We have a meeting with the President this afternoon together with DILG para ipaliwanag sa kanya ng husto. Ito pong nirerekomenda ng IATF.
At least 5 teachers from the Bacoor National High School are now facing administrative charges over allegations of sexual abuse. Camille Samonte has the report.
Enough is enough. That's the organization formed by students from the Philippine High School for the Arts, Bacoor National High School, and Far Eastern University Senior High School. It was launched as a campaign against campus sexual predators after a number of victims spoke up. The group is supported by Samahan ng Progresibong Kabataan or SPARK. Students from at least 11 schools have so far reached out about their abusive teachers.
Galing po ako nun ng eskwelahan. Pag uwi ko po, sinat po ako ni Sir kung nasan daw po ako. Tapos, inaaya niya po akong pumunta sa kanila para daw po magmerienda at tumanggi naman po ako. Isa lang po ako sa mga mini-message net.
But the group warns that this could just be the tip of the iceberg.
Few schools lang ang nakakapaglunsad ng kampanya laban sa abuso at harassment sa loob ng mga paaralan. At ang nagiging problema kadalasan ay dahil sa resistance lagi mula sa admin, dahil sa kakulangan sa proper avenues.
The group added that outdated policies only lead to further injustice.
Ang nakikita natin na parang pattern dun sa mga schools na yun, and even the past campaigns these past years, na pinapag-resign lang yung predator para hindi na masira yung pangalan ng institusyon. Namatay na rin yung kampanya. Pero yung predator, malaya pa rin. Hindi natin alam kung nasan na siya ngayon.
For EIE, all sexual predators should be charged with administrative and criminal cases. On top of that, their license to teach should also be revoked. SPARK, for its part, said they will continue to consolidate complaints and present these to authorities. Meanwhile, the Education Department has filed administrative charges against 5 teachers from the Bacoor National High School Molino for the alleged harassment of students.
Kaakibat po ng formal charge yung preventive suspension. That is good for 90 days. binibigyan po natin ng pagkakataon yung mga nasasakdal to choose between a proceeding na by position paper only or by trial.
DepEd assured the public that they continue to gather information to make other suspects liable. They are also urging other victims to come forward and help in the investigation. For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.
More stories after this short break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Inflation is also making a cameo at the US Open, but tennis fans don't seem to mind a higher cost if it means seeing their favorite stars play. More details in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
I'm here at the 2022 US Open, and I can tell you it is more crowded here than I've perhaps ever seen it in the years that I've been coming here since 1997. You've got everything that you would normally expect out of the US Open. You've got fans everywhere, some of the best players in the world walking around the grounds. Of course, everything that you can buy. But there's one big difference this year. Fans are paying a lot more than what they normally would in years past. And you guessed it, inflation. It's hitting the US Open just like it is everywhere else in the country right now. You can expect to see food and drink costs up at least 10% from years past, and that signature honeydews included, $22 this year. You still get to keep the branded cup. And it's not just food and souvenirs. Ticket prices are also up a lot this year, and you can bet it's definitely up even more on a night like a big shot Serena's going to be playing, especially in what's going to be her last US Open. And if Rafa Nadal is playing as well, you're getting some seats that are up, costing more than 60% what they did from last year. Inflation in the US right now is running near a 40-year high. And right now, Americans are so eager to spend that they're honestly just putting these prices aside. Everyone wants to get out and live their lives after years in COVID. They want to stop spending money on the couch and get out and get here to the US Open, get out to other sporting and entertainment events. And this is where people are really putting their money. And this place is so packed. So I can tell you for a fact that the fans don't care that they're paying $22 for a honeydews and everything else is costing more this year. They want to be here and they want to see the tennis.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The number of jobless Filipinos slid down to 2.60 million in July from almost 3 million in previous month. The Philippine Statistics Authority says unemployment rate now stands at 5.2%, which is still high compared to pre-pandemic levels. President Bongbong Marcos has brought home over 800 billion pesos in investments from his state visits to Indonesia and Singapore. In Singapore alone, the Philippines managed to secure 374 billion pesos in investment pledges, which could generate at least 15,000 jobs for Filipinos. And Pagasa says Tropical Storm Inday has accelerated westward over the east of northern Luzon. Inday is expected to intensify into a severe tropical storm but will have no direct effect on the country's weather. And for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.